Good afternoon, fellow Rotarians, E-Rotarians. Man, I've been a Rotarian so long I can't remember how to say egads Rotarian. Hey, another week has gone by. We're into the third week of April and counting down for the end of our Rotary year. This year, in this week, on the 15th of April, Sir Hubert Wilkins and Ben Eilson successfully attempt and complete in a Vega, that's kind of airplane, the transpolar flight 2,200 miles from Alaska to Spitsbergen Island in Norway. Another famous Alaskan, oh boy, will he pay a price for this, was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan on April 15th, 1941. Yes, by golly, this next year you can do the same thing, but Leo Brown Rasmussen, born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, marries in Nome, Erna Sinnes from Norway, and they have been living here for almost 50 some years as a married couple, pushing that button by any means. On April 16th, by golly, things continue to happen. Baranov, now 72 years old, sails from on the Kutuzof, the 27th of February in 1818 to return to face his accusers, dies at sea upon departing Batavia, Dutch East Indies, continuing his return to Russia, and he's buried at sea the next day. 1858, Felix Pedro, or known as Felice Pedroni, is born this day in northern central Italy. Born July 22nd, 1958. 1858, dies in Fairbanks on July 22nd, 1910. His burial begins a confusing part of history. 2005, the Alaska Railroad dedicates its new Anchorage Operations Center, state-of-the-art facility that brings all of its operations under one roof. Oh, the 17th of April, 1869, Fort Kenai, the former Russian settlement of St. Nicholas, established in 1791, was selected for the Cook Inlet Army Post in 1869. Troops were conveyed to this site in an ex-Russian steamer, the Constantine, and disembarked on this date. That was 1869. Right here in Alaska, 1854, captain of the first rank, chief manager Vyodvodsky of the Russian-American Company arrives at Sitka on this date during the also Dawson and the Prime Minister of British Columbia troubled years of the Crimean War, of which hostilities lasted until February 1856. Although most of the action took place at Crimea, Allied ships were on the lookout for Russian ships. Finding the brand new Sitka, it was captured by the British frigate President, later sold in France, and the war could have meant seizure of Alaska by British or the French forces, but with permission of the Russian government, proposed to the Hudson Bay Company that territories of both companies be declared neutral, as if such things could happen today. On March 10th, two Clinkets attempted to take wood from the company supply in what's called Sitka today, resulting in a skirmish between natives and the Russians, with defenders having 2 killed and Clinkets with 70 to 80 killed, sounds typical, and wounded. In order to strengthen the colony's defenses, 100 Siberian Line Battalion were sent from AN on the Tsarevich to Sitka in 1854, and the first soldiers, along with a number of workmen, to serve within the colonies, who also brought typhoid fever lasting until 1858. Sort of typical of how we in this area learned about diseases. They were brought in We had no resistance to them, and thousands of people would die because of it. Anyway, it's a little another piece of history, much of which we don't know about, but I'm very proud to bring it to you so you can learn a little more that our history isn't just a bunch of big tall buildings in Anchorage and people running around hoping that oil's going to last forever, and yet doing nothing to find any more or create more jobs without doing anything. Another week of e-Rotary. Hope you all enjoy this week and get caught up on all of those meetings that are necessary to give you 100% attendance. We have 6 members who have perfect attendance so far this year. Would hope the rest will join us. Happy whatever. Now that you've filed your income taxes, you're starting to build up another resource for next year's tax payments. Been my pleasure. Another e-Rotary meeting.